Hi, thanks for tuning in to Gabbing with Girlfriends. And my girlfriend today and always is Gabby Hughes. Do you think I named the show after you? From the
No,
Gabbing
I think you were thinking about me at the time, of
all
course,
the
because
time.
that's how I am, but I don't think you had named it after me.
I think I maybe did
Oh,
because
maybe, possibly.
I knew you'd be my most frequent speaking because you're funny. You've always got something to say, and I love your beanie. So tell me what's going on with you before I start bombarding you with questions. Are you having a nice winter?
Yes, I'm one of the people that actually enjoys the rain because I know that when it's all done, everything is going to be beautiful, just like it is right now today. So rain doesn't bother me.
Is the weather nice there today?
Yeah, it's sunny out. It's cool, but when you sit in the sun, it's warm on your body, and I like that. It's like cold and warm all at the same time. Makes me want to take a nap, really, is what it does.
And then you just go out tonight late if you
I'm
have
sorry.
to.
Yeah, I'm going to go out tonight anyway, so I might need a party nap.
Where are you going?
I'm going to meet some girlfriends in Long Beach on 2nd Street to a Mexican restaurant that I haven't been to before.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Do they live in Long Beach?
Yes, one of my friends does, and the other lives up like more like Beverly Hills ish. So she's driving down to Long Beach.
Oh, fun. That sounds
Yeah.
really fun.
Yeah.
And where's your husband? What's he up to?
He is out in the yard with the dogs waiting for the cleaning lady to leave because he won't walk on the wet, freshly mopped floors. And
Well,
then
we
he's
shouldn't.
waiting he's waiting outside, and he's then waiting for me to finish this so I can fix him his lunch.
Of course. If we have a cleaner in, do you know my husband won't leave the bedroom?
That's hilarious. Well, Glenn moves to another room if she's working on the floor. And you know me, I traipse all over it. I don't give a shit because I got shit to do in my own house. So I don't care.
But you shouldn't walk on a wet floor anyway.
I know, but I mean, I do.
Whatever. But yeah, I think my husband's just so shy he can't deal with a stranger being in the house.
Oh, God. And my husband is so not shy. He tells the
No
cleaning
kidding. You think?
people anything they want to know and more.
And loudly.
And at a top volume. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you're getting excited about Ted Lasso.
I haven't watched Ted because I
Oh,
don't know why.
no, it hasn't started yet.
But I mean, it's been on in the past. I think Glenn was watching
Oh, you
Ted.
didn't watch it the first.
No, I don't know. I have some issue with that app, and Glenn doesn't. I don't know.
You have
it's a
issues with
boring
what?
story. But as soon as I can get to watch Ted Lasso, I will.
Well, what do you have
But
issues with?
Succession is starting soon, and I can't wait for that.
But
That
what
is
do you
just.
have issues with? Why did you
I
never?
don't know. Whatever app you have to watch Ted Lasso on.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh, huh, huh. And do you know I only made it through the first series of season or series, whatever it is, of Succession. I'm so
Oh my God.
behind.
Oh yeah, it's really, I mean, I just love all the actors in that show. I mean, they're all so incredibly brilliant. Just love
And
them.
which is the one with Damian Lewis? That or Billions?
Billions is Damian Lewis. Yeah.
Because
And
he's apparently
I
coming back.
watched that, but I haven't completed it. When Damian Lewis left, I became less interested.
So many people say that. I'm so behind in that too. So,
Yeah. Once he left, I just stopped caring as much.
hmm. Because that show, because his character was so.
He was the whole reason for the show. I mean, his character, I mean, I like him as an actor as well, but also without his character, which is what the whole story is based upon, this guy basically trying to hunt down Damian Lewis's character, and they're both equally horrible people. Once one of them is gone, it's like, well, now I don't have that tension
So how did they
anymore.
write him out?
I don't even remember. It's been so long since I watched it.
Hmm. I was just
I
wondering
move
because
on.
he's
I'm
coming
on
back.
the I'm on the Housewives of Miami right now because what I want to do now, because I'm so brain dead right now. I just want to drink wine and watch other people wearing a lot of sparkly sequin clothes, get drunk, and catfight. And my Housewives of Miami is a brilliant way to do it.
Have you watched Housewives of Salt Lake City?
Oh, I have. I have watched that. And
I know people that like that one a lot. No?
that one, okay, I watched that one and I'm blown away by how, so, and I do watch Beverly Hills too. And so I'm just blown away by how the housewives on Salt Lake were friends with the girl who was, basically committing a huge crime and stealing money from people. And they just didn't really ever call her out on it. Like in on the Beverly Hills housewives, Erica Jane, her husband was Tom Girardi, and he's in trouble for what he did, stealing money from his clients. And those girls actually asked Erica flat out if she knew, which she was kind of offended about. But at the end of the day, she answered their questions. And, men have been pulling the wool over women's eyes for centuries, right? So, sure as shit, Tom Girardi did not tell her what he was doing. He gave her an Amex and said, go play today. I'm busy because I got a shitload to do. I got $20 million I got to steal from some people. So get out of my hair, go shopping. Whereas the housewife from Salt Lake, she knew exactly what she was doing, you know?
Are any of them Mormons?
Two are lapsed Mormons, and the others, I don't know. I don't know.
But speaking of Mormons, did you watch Under the Banner of Heaven with Andrew Garfield?
I did not.
So good. Put that
I
on your
can,
list for real.
put it on my list.
Hmm.
Yeah. I will definitely put it on my list
It's
because,
really
as
good.
you can imagine, I have opinions about all that.
But it's really good, and he
Yeah.
is brilliant. So I'll tell you what I've been watching. My new guilty pleasure because it's kind of silly, but I kind of really like it. Not kind of, I really like it. It's silly in that Columbo sort of way. Did you
Oh,
ever
yeah.
Poker Face?
Oh, yes, we started that too. We're only on the first one,
Okay,
but
you don't love it.
I love it because I love Natasha. I think she's great. And we watched Russian Doll. Did you watch Russian Doll?
No, who is she?
Oh my God. Russian Doll is absolutely wonderful. I might like it more than Poker Face. But she wrote Russian Doll.
Who is
She's
she?
just,
Like, where did she come from? Like, why now is everybody talking about her?
I mean, she's been around for a long time, but I think Russian Doll put her on the map and made
I'm
everybody
writing this
notice
down.
how, yeah, and made everyone notice how brilliant she is. But she's had a rough life. I mean, she's, I believe, from New York. She's beat a heroin addiction. She's had a lot of
Okay.
experiences in life. And
Wow.
Russian Doll is just a wonderful, wonderful, funny, dark comedy. And at the end, you feel really, really like uplifted.
Is it a movie or a series?
It's a series.
Well,
Yeah.
I just put it on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really
It's
like it.
wonderful. It's wonderful. It's kind of like, a Groundhog Day kind of concept, only different. It's like I'm not even going to tell you anything because I don't want to give anything away, and it's pretty funny. It's a funny show. She's a funny girl, dry and dark, the way I
Yeah,
like it.
no, obviously. I mean,
Yeah,
I didn't know she wrote that as well, but I mean,
yeah.
she's
She's
brilliant.
funny. Yeah.
Hmm. Who knew?
Who knew?
Um, what else are you watching?
Honestly, I sit in my bed every day for an hour or two, and I hit My Young and the Restless and My General Hospital, and then I hit like some old cop show to make me happy, anything from Vegas to Hawaii Five-O to Ironside. And I do that. Then I go downstairs, I pour a glass of wine, and then I hit a housewife
And is
with
this
Lynn.
all before breakfast?
This is all after I'm done with work.
Just teasing. Before
Yeah.
breakfast, right? Um, Well, that sounds like a good way to end your day, right?
Oh my
Um,
God.
okay, well, I can't. Oh, did you watch Yellow Jackets?
I did not.
Do you know what
I
it is
did not.
about the girls' soccer team playing?
Yeah, yeah, I should watch that too. Yeah,
Do, because the second part's about, the second series is about to start. Excited about
okay. Okay, I can probably get Glenn into that one too.
just because of the word soccer.
Yes.
Yeah, Terry watched it because of that
Yeah,
word.
because of that word, I can get him to watch it too. Because, I can find plenty to watch by myself, but he wants to watch TV with me. And the difficult part is getting something that I can get him to watch.
But
Pain in my ass.
did he watch Dollhouse? Is that what it's called? What's it called? Doll, the one I just wrote down.
Russian
Did
dolls? Oh, yeah. Loved it.
he
Loved it.
did? Oh, good. Then
Russian
Terry
doll,
will
he
watch
loved
it
it.
too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, good. So, okay, since the 1st of January, have you made any changes?
I wish.
Nothing?
I wish. Not happening.
Hmm.
I mean, like I told you before, that's why I don't make, what do you call it? Resolutions,
Resolution.
because it ain't happening. Nothing has changed.
I think I have. I think I'm more mellow, maybe. I'm really
Oh,
making an effort. Because I do TM, I don't know if you knew that, but I do transcendental meditation, and I kind of lapse every now and again, like a lot. And
yeah.
since the first of the year, I've been making more of a concerted effort, and I think that keeps me a bit more mellow.
Do you notice it? I mean, you notice a difference then and you like
Yeah,
it.
I feel it. Yeah,
Okay, good. Good then.
yeah.
That's good.
I'm
Great.
eating less sugar.
Oh,
That's good.
yeah. That's all good. All
Um,
plus.
I'm sure there's some negatives too, but I can't think of them at the moment. But I'm sure
Yeah, I
there's.
probably have more negatives than positives. So,
Uh, so, besides being outside with the dogs, what else is Glenn up to? Is he writing?
uh, he's writing, but he actually well, he was actually looking at a bunch of songs he'd written that he'd never recorded, like demos, like that he's recorded on his little thing, like he keeps ideas. So he's been looking at some of that because he's realized he's going to do an album in 2024. So he's been looking at that. He's been writing stuff because he and Joe Bonamassa are going to start writing together next month. So he's been busy with
Oh, that's
like
cool.
thoughts of creativity.
That's really cool. So that's why he's not working on an album
Yeah, but he goes he's got shows to do coming up. I just can't remember with the dates.
in Europe or here.
Yeah, nothing in America.
Um, well, that's nice. You'll have a little bit of a break, unless you're
Yeah.
going over there to
Oh,
see him.
I'm so ready for a break.
When you go over there, when you work over there,
No, I'm not planning on going over there. It's too hard. It's that whole, you know, different city every day, tour bus. I'm
no,
trying
maybe
to
you
make
have to
I'm
do,
trying to
do
make
someplace.
money. I'm trying to make money, not lose it. You know what I mean? I don't need to be over there.
I get it. I get
I
it.
mean, this isn't like you're going on the Guns N' Roses tour, it's completely different, it's not in stadiums, and I'm not spending 5 days in Italy, it's like, it's not like that.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
there's
no,
no
I get
reason for me to go. Music is hard, music's hard. It's hard to make a living doing it. So
it. No, we've talked about this before. It's anything but glamorous. That's for sure.
it is not pretty. So I
At
need to
whatever
stay home.
level, at
What?
whatever level, even at a big stadium level,
Yeah,
it's still hard work. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun people that like their jobs, but it's hard work.
it's
Maybe
very
hard work
hard.
and fun, but it's
It's
yeah,
tiring. It's exhausting, is what it is. It's exhausting.
especially when you're not in your 20s anymore.
No shit.
Um, do you think you could ever live in England?
Only if I was very, very wealthy and I lived in London and life could be easy for me there, you
Be-
know?
because everything's walkable, or you just
Well,
like
because
the vibe?
I like the vibe. It's cosmopolitan. It's beautiful. I love everything about it. But if I'm not rich, it would be too hard.
It's
I
very
don't want, I don't need my life to be hard now.
Yeah, it's very expensive.
Yes, exactly. I don't want to struggle.
Yeah,
You
it's
know, it's the same like New York. Do I love New York? Sure. Would I live there? No. Why? Because I need a lot of money so I don't have to struggle. You know, I
I
don't
think
want to like schlep through the snow to my one room studio apartment that I share with four other people because it costs so much to live there. Those days are long gone for me.
okay, so if you won the lottery, would you get a place in London and New York? I couldn't live in New York.
If I won the lottery, I would quit my job, pay off my house, take a vacation in Hawaii. Then I might buy a place, but actually, probably like in the Hollywood Hills. Because we hang out up in, Beverly Hills and Hollywood a lot. And then that way I wouldn't have to come all the way home to PV if I didn't want to. I'm not really interested in having a place in London or New York. If I want to go there and I've won the lotto, then I'll just get a hotel room and have someone make my bed for me, and get a chocolate on my pillow and come and go as I please and have people smile at me when I walk in the hotel because they know I'm going to tip them well and la da 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 da. I don't need to own property all over the world to, because I won the lotto. I don't need that.
I have a friend who you would have briefly met at my birthday party years ago. That surprise party, that was a surprise for everybody
Oh,
for a
yeah.
variety of reasons.
Yeah.
Um, anyway, she at the time lived in LA, but she and her husband bought a place in a Four Seasons in Boston.
Oh, yeah. I've been to that Four Seasons. I know exactly where you're talking about.
But I
Yeah.
think, but I think that's a great idea. Once you
It's
reach a
a
certain age, it's hotel living at its best. It's
brilliant idea. Now, I would do something like that, right? Right. It's like, say you want a place in London or New York or
well
wherever. You
in
buy
London.
into that. Yeah.
Yeah, in London at their Four Seasons, I think it starts at 30 million. By the way, how
Woo!
crazy is that?
Shizen.
I
Yeah.
looked it up. I can't remember, so don't quote me on the price, but a lot of millions.
Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. I don't need to spend that kind of money, even if I have won the lotto. I can just go stay in the hotel for when I'm there. Like
Hmm.
that wouldn't bother me. I don't need to own it.
Yeah, but when it's your only home and all the kids are grown, she actually still has two dogs, but and it's just happy in the hotel. And I totally get it.
I
I
get
do
that.
really get it.
100%.
You don't have to, especially in Boston, you don't have to think about shoveling snow or, you know,
You've got
trekking.
your own entryway. If you want to drive your car up, a dude valets it. You get in an elevator, you go right to your spot.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I could imagine doing that. Not yet, but I could imagine doing it.
Yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
Have you been to any new restaurants? I always love hearing about new restaurants.
Have I been anywhere new? I don't think so, but I am going to one tonight in Long Beach on 2nd Street called Viejo. I don't know anything about it. Somebody else picked it, so I'm going to show up and see what it's like.
And is it new or it's new for you?
It's new for me. I have no idea how long it's actually been there, but it's new for me.
Do you know there's like two new vegan restaurants, or new meaning the past 6 months, in the valley? It's like,
Oh, that's great.
isn't that great? But it's so bizarre how they're just appearing.
Well, thank God, but
No, I know,
that's
but
great. Yeah, that's great. Really nice. I'm glad for that.
I know it's going to be like McDonald's soon, one on every corner, which would be nice too.
That'd be good.
Um, so what else? What else? What else? How are your parents?
They're doing okay. I need to grip up and get my plane ticket to go see my mother. She turns 85 next month, so I need to go see her
Wow.
for her birthday. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. Oh,
Yeah.
very nice. And will Glenn stay home with the dogs, or he'll go too?
He's going to. He doesn't know it yet, but he's not going.
Break time? No.
I
um,
don't know exactly what day he starts working with Joe Bonamassa either, so I'm just going to tell him,
mhm.
look, you're working with Joe. You don't need to go see my parents. You're good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm sure he'll be glad.
He'll be glad.
You just have to make him some food to stick in the freezer while you're gone.
Yep. Get his lunches lined up, and he's good. He's all about his lunch. It's
Of
his
course.
breakfast and his lunch are his concerns in his life.
Does he never, ever, ever, ever cook anything? Ever.
No, but I don't want him to because he would destroy my kitchen.
But never. If you're not there, will he open a can of soup?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Or baked beans, beans on toast, stuff like that. But I don't, yeah, if I'm not around, he
And for
does it.
those that aren't English that are listening, all Brits eat beans on toast. I
My
know it sounds
husband
bizarre,
loves
but they
it.
do. Does your husband eat meat?
Loves it. And I'm like, I'm not making that. I'm not making that. I'm just not. So he does it himself.
Does
He'll
he
make
eat,
a baked potato
does he eat tomatoes on toast?
only if I put something on it like the vegan, I call it untuna, where you make it with chickpeas. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
Like tuna. I'm doing that today for his lunch with tomatoes on it.
Because I think tomatoes on toast is quite common in England. The same as,
Yeah,
not as
I
not as
love
big
it.
as beans on toast, but it's,
Yeah.
does he eat Marmite?
No,
That's disgusting.
it's disgusting. We both think it's horrific.
It is horrific. My husband thinks it's
Nasty.
horrific.
Ooh. I don't know. There's something about it. It doesn't
The
have a good
smell, the
taste.
texture, the look. It's
The
like
smell,
nasty. Yeast. It's
nasty.
like yeast.
It's rotten.
Yeah, it's just nasty.
Nasty.
So
Glenn
how's
likes marmalade on toast. He likes just
I get
marmalade
that. That's
on
not
toast. That's his thing
bizarre.
too. That's his snack at night is marmalade.
Hmm. So work's good. Everything's good.
It's tax season, so I'm fried, but I'll get through it, you
Can you
know.
believe it's that time of the year already? I'm sure we were just there.
I'm sure I was just here. It's like Groundhog Day, isn't it? It's always here, but there's nothing you can do about it. And, you know,
Nope,
I'll
it is.
survive it.
Yep, everybody goes through it.
Everybody has them.
So did you know that we now have a little quiz on here? I
A
think
quiz.
I think this will be my third one.
Okay, a quiz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, quiz me.
Quiz with girlfriends. I just made that up now. I think it does have a name, but I
I'll
don't know.
call you Quizzy.
There you go.
Quizzy.
Okay. What is your favorite motto or inspirational quote
I don't
that you
do
want to share?
I don't do inspirational quote kind of things. Like that's a Glenn thing. I have no like my quote that I tell my carpooler is people are assholes. Do what I say. See one and two. You know what I mean? Like that's how you get through life. No people are assholes. B, just do what I say.
That's inspirational.
C, A, and B. Yeah.
Well, B may be a bit controlling,
Yeah,
but
but
A, that's inspirational.
yeah.
And does your carpoolee have any
She
that she?
loves it. She loves me. She thinks I'm, you know, she came from a completely different environment than me. So I kind of freak her out, but in a good way.
How old is
She's
she?
an only child. She's in her early 30s.
Hmm.
She grew up as an only child in China. She didn't come to
Oh,
America till she was like 13. Like her mother had to leave her in order to get her over here. It was like, a very dramatic, like she didn't have a great growing up and didn't do all the things in high school that I probably did, like go to the prom, be
did you
on
go
the
to your
drill
prom?
team, be really,
Did,
oh yeah,
did you go to your prom?
I was the prom queen, honey.
You were.
I still have the tiara.
You
So
do.
I still
Oh
have the
my
tiara, honey. So anyway, she likes to ask me questions about life, like everything from, what does fisting mean to is it okay to do this in accounting? You know what I mean? Like
But how does
she
she
just
know these
asks,
things?
huh?
How does she know about these things to ask you?
She just hears about it somewhere or something, but then she's like, what does that mean? And I
Oh,
tell her,
she'd be fun to play Cards Against Humanity with.
yeah, 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 she'd be
She'd
good.
learn a lot.
She'd
It's a
be
very
good.
educational game.
Yeah.
So, okay, well, I find that an inspirational quote, so that definitely counts. Um, And do you listen to many podcasts?
I don't. I'm sorry. I'm too busy watching Barnaby
Days of
Jones.
our life.
Yeah.
Um, what do you do to calm your nerves?
Ooh. Well, if I get upset about something, I give myself a time limit on the being upset. In other words, like, say someone was to make me angry or hurt my feelings. I tell myself I'm going to give myself X amount of time to feel that, and then I got to move on. So it could be 10 minutes, an hour, 5 minutes, depending on,
But
how
not
bad I
two
feel
days.
about it.
Not a long period of time, like
Oh
2 days.
God, no, 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 no. No, you got to get it out of your head. Otherwise it'll ruin your day and your life. And life is too short. So like,
And you really can shut it down based on a time.
yes, if you set a time limit for yourself. So say for example, you heard something at work and it hurt your feelings, your immediate reaction is to get all like, your body's reaction is to get all upset or whatever. And then you have to you have to fight through that and tell yourself, okay, hold on just a minute. Do you think they really meant it? Do you think it was on purpose? Have you ever done the same thing? Did you overhear something that maybe you weren't supposed
Isn't
to and
it
maybe
just
it's really
easier?
okay?
Isn't it
And,
just easier to ask about it?
but I'm just saying, well, I'm just using this as an
Okay.
example. I don't,
Okay. Okay. Go on.
then I just tell myself, okay, calm down. In 1 hour, you can be over this, and then you will move on. And that is what I do. You put a time limit on it, and guess what? It usually takes less than an hour. You just move on. And if it starts to creep up again, like someone's pissed you off, you just go, okay, 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 it's coming in again. Like it's a little bubble in the ocean, and you acknowledge it, and then you send it on its way.
Huh.
Can't keep it in. I just move. I just get rid of it.
I love it. That's cool. Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's really cool. So if you need to send an email to somebody, let's say somebody emails you
Hmm.
and you need to respond and you know it's going to be nasty, do you sit on it for a bit or do you just bang it out?
Oh, I sit, sit, sit,
You do
sit.
see, I bang it out, and that's horrific. Like
I
I have
sit.
sent so many emails that I can't even tell you how many have been just disastrous, like have ruined relationships. But I kind of think if they didn't know me well enough to know that that's my MO, then we didn't really have a relationship anyway, kind
The
of.
problem is that when you write something like texting or emailing, the opposite can happen. Like you might be sending something that you don't mean to be hurtful
But it
or
just reads
angry,
that way
but because you're not speaking, it's misinterpreted. Now I've had
all
that
the time.
happen,
Me too, all
and
the
I've had to
time.
backpedal and go, whoa, 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 that's not what I meant.
Yeah, I just did it
Like,
today or something.
whoa,
But
whoa,
yeah,
whoa. I've had that happen. It was just misinterpreted. So the person that I had maybe emailed were okay once they realized that's not what I
mhm.
meant. So, the thing to learn is never write in all caps because that's misinterpreted as shouting, for example,
Yeah,
unless you
who
really
made that
are
rule?
shouting.
Who made
But
that rule? That's crazy. But
but
yes, I
but I'm
get
saying
what
that's how
you mean.
people see it, with this whole world where you don't speak. But I usually, if I have to write an email that might be because I feel attacked, say at my job or something, I usually sit on it and I try to write it in my head or think through it or just type it with no,
Like
just on a blank in a
save your
safe
draft.
place so that I can refine it and get my point across without sounding like I'm the asshole and that I have rebuttal points that back up my argument. I don't want to just ever reply and go, "You're wrong," or "fuck you." I want to actually be able to say, "I'm sorry you feel that way, but here's why I feel this way." Give my points, done. Luckily things like that don't happen very often.
Yeah, I do. I try to save mine to drafts. I probably now that I really, really, really realize how hurtful words can be, probably out of every five of these emails, probably 3 make it to drafts, so more than half make it to drafts before, and I live with it for a bit, sometimes an hour, sometimes a day or two, never 2 days. I don't have that kind
Yeah.
of patience. I just can't. If something's bothering me, I've got to deal with it. I can't keep it in
Yeah.
my house for 2 days.
Sometimes I just let things go, or I just
Oh, you put a
don't
time limit on it.
respond. Or,
That's brilliant.
I mean, I'm pretty mellow. I mean, most
No,
of
you are.
my
You are.
with my friends, I don't have emails like that. I'm mine are simply maybe work based, and sometimes somebody else takes over, and I don't even have to say anything. So that's good.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
So, what's your number one pet peeve?
Bad grammar. Let me tell you something. I am so tired of hearing, "Where are you staying at?" Don't end your sentence in a preposition. By using the word
Exactly the
where,
same
you've
way.
already implied. You don't need to say at. The other thing that pisses me off is when
Were you an
people
English
say,
major?
no, but
No.
close. The other thing that pisses me off is when people say anyways. There is no such word as anyways. It's anyway. Once you've said anyway, you don't need the S on the end. And you know what really pisses me off?
I can't even imagine.
I watch TV shows that are scripted,
And have been.
okay? And the actor or actress, I'll say actor, including men and women, and they say anyways. Who wrote that? If you're a writer, I expect you to have at least an English degree, and you know that's wrong. And if you wrote it correctly and the actor is
Well, maybe they
saying it
did on
wrong,
purpose.
I'd
Maybe
go cut and
no,
say
but
it
maybe they
right.
wrote it that way.
I'm sorry,
Maybe it
what?
was like maybe the writer wrote it that way
And
to
that's
reflect it.
wrong. And
No,
that's wrong.
maybe they want their character to sound stupid.
No, no. This is, I'm talking example, Young and the Restless. There's a woman that, there's a girl that's supposed to be heading, she's the CEO of a multi-billion dollar company out of Genoa City. And she
And she
says,
says,
anyways. And I go, no, that is wrong. Stop doing it. I'm
"Yeah,
going to
I would
have to
hate
write
that."
them a letter and say,
Yeah, I would. I
stop.
would.
Just stop doing it. Stop. It's
Everybody.
on a scripted show. Stop doing it.
No, that's really that gets me.
Anyway, that's a pet
Bad
peeve of
grammar
mine.
gets me.
Bad grammar. I mean, I have a girlfriend who feels the same way. I mean, she was dating a guy a couple years ago. She broke up with him for bad grammar. It's like, you're cute,
Oh,
you're
so
hot,
she
bad
should.
grammar, you're out.
Yeah, so she
You
should.
know,
Okay, if you were an animal, what would you be and why?
I would say cat because I would really like a nice tail.
Oh, that's a
A
good
nice,
reason.
a nice, a nice, fluffy, silky tail. I would like. Cats have wonderful tails,
Yeah,
and like if I grew a tail like a cat tail today, I'd have to think about having it removed. You know what I mean? Like I might like it. I think I might like it.
well, that's a good one. Okay, last one. What's your favorite drink? Alcohol or not alcoholic? You could,
Well, I don't think I have just one because, to me, the staples of life are water, coffee, and tea, right? So I don't see
of course,
myself ever going without those. Those are just
ever.
like, I got to have coffee to be alive in the morning. I got to have water and I love tea. So to me, those are like
Yeah,
staples.
so you can't, so you don't have to say those because those
Okay.
are like
So,
breathing.
okay, got it. So I would say, I guess that my favorite drink then maybe is a nice rosé. I like a nice rosé. What can I say?
So that could have even fallen under your calming. What do you do to
Oh,
keep
wine
calm?
is definitely under
There
my
you
calming.
go.
Without that, or a nice gin and tonic in the summer, I'm a raging, wild pain in your ass.
There you go. I love it.
Without a
Uh,
little booze to smooth me out, I'm a pain in your ass. And in Glenn's. So there you go.
okay, well, on that note, I miss you
I miss you too.
and I miss playing games, but I'm going to send a text in a little bit about a game.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right, right on.
Okay. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. Thank you so much for being with me again, Gabby.
Okay, I love it.
You're the
It's
best. I love
fun. I
you. Bye.
miss you.
Bye. You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Thanks so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow Gabbing with Girlfriends on here so you never miss an episode. You can also find us on social media for more fun and in-depth conversations. Thank you.